Welcome to the lesson for church leaders. First, you'll need to log into your church dashboard. I'll scroll down. We'll look at church leaders for printing, and contacts. Here you see the list of current leaders with their assignment and start and end dates. It's very important to stress that the end date should be blank unless you know for sure of a leader's last date. Let's remove this end date by clicking Edit Assignment. I'll remove the end date and then save this record. Let's say that Chris is leaving to accept a new position within the church. Let's edit again. I'll enter the end date and save. We see that Chris is still in this list. Once the end date passes, this record will no longer be active and won't display here. Let's add Chris's new assignment. I'll click the drop-down arrow to see the position list and select the new position. If Chris is a person for the selected position, you'd click this button. I'll scroll down to see the rest of the page. If Chris is not the person for the position, you can begin to type a person's name here. As you are typing, a database search is in progress, and if a match is found, the name will display here. Now you can pick this person, and if no match is found, you'll need to add a contact to the database. You'd click this button to open the Add New Contacts window. Let's return to the top of the page. I'll pick this person to select Chris, and here I'll enter his start date and then save. Next, let's look at the printable version. Here, we see all of the current leaders for the calendar year along with their contact information. You can add or update the information in contacts, which we will look at next. We'd like to stress that every leader has an email address entered. If the person doesn't have an email address, use the church's. To see leaders for the next calendar year, just click Future Leaders. Leaders without an end date or those who have start dates in the next calendar year display here. I'll return to the dashboard. Let's see how to edit contact information or remove a leader. I'll click Contacts. All of your leaders will display in a list here. If you need to add or edit any information, click Edit. You can make any edits or additions here. Be sure to hit Save at the top of the screen if you need to make any changes. I'll go back to the Contacts page. If a person is no longer in a leadership position or no longer with the church, click this button. If you wanted to download a contact list, click here to download the list to an Excel spreadsheet. I'll return to the Church Leaders page. Once you have verified that all the information on the leaders is correct, you'll click the I am done button. This will timestamp a completion date in the database. You will also need to note this date on your church conference checklist. That's all for this lesson, where you learned about church leaders.